bloggers and potential rappers. It is week 8 of the Wellness Recovery Action Plan group. I can't believe I've been doing it for 2 months now. And what we were going to do was do the second part of the triggers, but for some reason, I'm not going to go into it too much. We are going to look at that next week. So what we looked at this week were early warning signs. Okay, the main difference between triggers and early warning signs is that with your triggers, which are more likely to be your thoughts, which lead to emotions, that kind of thing, your triggers need an action plan for each trigger. The difference with your early warning signs is that you can make an action plan one action plan for all of your early warning signs. Okay, so that's the point. That's a point I just wanted to get across early in this clip. So, what are early warning signs? Something that if you can, I'd recommend asking your family members, because sometimes they can pick up on early warning signs before you can. But sometimes we actually know what our early warning signs are and what we can do, but we ignore them, even though we know that's what's going to make us feel better. So when we write down the list of the early warning signs, you can put stuff on that you don't always do, which is just like the other lists that we've done in previous weeks. So early warning signs it's personal for everybody. So a few of mine will be staying up crazy hours, avoidance, thinking people are thinking about me, I'm less motivated, cutting down on food and water intake. And there's a bunch of early warning signs, which, as per usual, I will put up on my blog site for you to have a look. We also looked at the things that we need to do if we experience early warning signs. So mine, for example, was not to overwrite or blog. I need to disconnect from all technology, because I can't switch down, and that is a very big early warning sign for me that I can be going down in my mood. What helps me a lot is my date nights with my partner, and that's when my daughter is at her Bam Bams, her grands, and it's a night where we just spend time together, and I just completely block out the rest of the world and all the work and all the things I need to do, and just spend those few hours with my partner, chilling, watching a movie or whatever it might be. And again, I've got a lot. I've got a really long list. Again, I keep on going back to mantras and positive affirmations, because for me, they work. They really, really work. So I can't go on about them more. I can actually. I can go on and on and on and on about them. So yeah, just there's a long list. I'll put it all up. Something interesting that we did look at this week. One of the co-facilitators gave us a bit of a challenge. So she said, we used the example, I can't cope, as a thought. So you think, I can't cope. So what do you do with that thought? Get a pen and you write down, I can't cope. So you write it down and you look at it. Now, then you notice the thought, I can't help. I can't cope. Okay? And the aim is that when you put it down on paper, and the more it gives, basically it so hard to explain. Basically, what it does is it creates a distance. Okay, so it's not in your head, it's out on paper. I've spoken about this before. And then you can actually look at it and go, well, is that true? You know, what are the facts? You know, it's kind of like a CBT kind of thing. So it's just kind of challenging your negative thoughts. It's another way of doing it. I hope that makes sense. And then another thing we did today was if you're feeling anxious, which I do I feel that quite a lot, is what you need to do is you need to stand up. So I'll stand up again. And sorry, my sock's coming off. But and you need to march on the spot for 15 to 30 seconds. And what this does, it engages you're doing physical exercise, and you're engaging your brain, your mental health, your mind with your body, and it kind of automatically just lets out all the stress, because we all know that exercise is a fantastic stress releaser. So that's a very simple, very quick exercise you can use if you're anxious. Finally, to wrap it up, we have a look at the key concepts again of the actual Wellness Recovery Action Plan. There's 5. The first one is hope. We have personal responsibility. We have education, self-advocacy, and support. So what we had to do was we had to write down one experience from your life that gives you hope for the future. I put down fighting for my daughter and getting the care order lifted. Then we had to also do that for the personal responsibility and describe one way that I take responsibility in my life. So that could be, mine was a contingency plan that I have, pretty much like the REP plan. And it goes on to the education, the self-advocacy, and the support. The support one was very important for me, as this is my partner, is my massive support. And I put down, like, he acts like a soundboard and helps me see things in a different perspective. Like, it's not all in my head and my way of looking at things. So yeah, that's what we did today. The 3 hours went by so quickly. I'm going to put everything up onto my blog page. I think I've already said that. It's been a long day. Time to eat some food. Hungry. That's all I can think about. So that's it. And next week we're going to go back to triggers, and we're going to actually action plan. I'm going to do also put up taking your thoughts to court, because that really excites me, and I think it's an awesome way to also try and change your perspective and possibly turn a negative thought into a positive, all very CBT focused. And that is it. And like I usually do, so corny, I know, it's a wrap. That's it.